Aram strategy, our wave and your wave. One of the most overlooked parts of Aram is the minions. Most players focus on champions, but games are often decided by how teams use waves. In this video, we're going to break down how minions create pressure, enable turret damage, and control the pace of the game. Minion waves are as predictable and essential as in Summoner's Rift, but they serve a different purpose, and in many ways a more important one. Minions are the pawns of the board, expendable until we need them. Protect our wave until it costs too much, but don't treat it as disposable. Why death is different in Aram than in Summoner's Rift. There are two main reasons dying in Aram is different from early game Summoner's Rift. On Summoner's Rift, early kills matter because they deny farm and create level advantages through XP. In Aram, gold and XP work differently. You gain passive gold over time. You share gold and XP from nearby minions, and levels are more standardized across teams. Most players stay within one level of each other, so dying in Aram does not remove our team's access to gold or XP as much as dying in Summoner's Rift. My teammates are still there to catch the wave. This is similar to a teammate catching my wave in Summoner's Rift while I respawn. Also remember that on Summoner's Rift, most gold leads come from denied minions, not the kill itself. Minion gold in Aram isn't nothing. You do not want to let the tower take away that gold for free. Push your wave into the enemy tower to deny them gold and create turret pressure. Some minion basics. Minions have aggro, just like turrets. If we attack an enemy near enemy minions, those minions will switch focus to us. Minions do some important things. They create space to move forward. They provide a small amount of income, and they force the enemy team to respond. If we ignore waves, we lose control of the game. Think of a wave as permission. When our minions are alive, we can step forward. We can pressure, we can threaten the tower. When the wave dies, we lose that permission. Now the enemy can step forward instead. In Aram, we still influence the wave. We do this by damaging it early, clearing it quickly, or delaying it when defending. Pushing versus holding. When we push the wave, we gain pressure, we move the fight forward, and we threaten the enemy tower. When we fail to push the wave or have limited wave clear, we get stuck. We lose space and we take extra poke and pressure. A simple rule, if we cannot push the wave, we cannot win space. Turrets target minions first, everyone knows this. Minions absorb damage so we can hit the tower. So the goal is to protect the wave so that you have more of it to damage the tower when you get there. Not every push is a dive. Sometimes the best play is small pressure. Auto attacks on the turret, small chip damage, it adds up. Over time, small damage becomes a tower loss. If you rewind just a minute ago, Misfortune ulted the wave so that we could keep it off of our turret. We've really been struggling as a team to keep the wave off our turret. While you're watching, try to pay attention to how we manage the wave. Here, I as Orianna ult the wave to keep them off our turret. I mean, they came in with a whole wave into the turret. We're trying to reduce damage. You see by the end, look how much damage is on the turret. None. We have full health, and obviously we used two valuable resources, Orianna ult, Misfortune ult. We had to ult so many times the wave. Our wave clear just wasn't good enough. So we were ulting to keep our turret health up. I'll try to highlight if it's important where the ball is. Defending waves. When we are under the turret, the wave becomes even more important. If we clear the wave, we stop the turret damage, and we collect gold. If we fail to clear the wave, the enemy gets free hits. We want to remove the wave as fast as possible. Even partial clears matter. We don't always need a full clear. Damaging the wave reduces turret damage taken, it weakens the push, and moves us closer to buying our next power spike. Death is part of Aram. A good death happens after we push the wave, after we crash it into the enemy tower, after we create significant pressure. This forces the enemy to respond while we reset and buy. Bad deaths happen before the wave arrives, with no pressure created, or when the enemy can push freely after they kill us. Now they gain wave control, turret damage, and tempo. If the enemy wave is already cleared, we have much more freedom in when we die. Against poke teams, the wave gives protection. It blocks skill shots, it gives space to move forward, and if we lose the wave, we take more damage. For engaged comps, the wave creates opportunity. The enemies step forward to clear the wave. This gives us a chance to attack when they're not expecting it. The wave creates distractions, and distraction creates opportunity. Minions are not just in the background, they're a resource. We use them to gain a small gold advantage. We use them to create pressure, use them to enable damage against structures, and to control space. The biggest mistake in Aram wave mechanics is ignoring it. By doing so, we will constantly be complaining that we aren't getting kills for gold. We will be running backwards after a fight to get the minions to catch up, and we will be taking double turret damage from a routine enemy minion wave crash. One of the problems arises from chasing kills, fighting away from the minions, letting the waves die for free, sometimes behind us. Okay, I want you to watch what this Fizz does on the blue team. They take out the wave instantly. Really good job by them. A great snowball landed. Watch red team. Look where our eyes go. Our eyes have to go to this Fizz. He's underneath our turrets. So their wave comes in with no eyes on it. We have nobody to clear the wave. So Fizz does a great job. He's just being annoying and crazy. The blue team gets a bunch of shots on our turret. I, as Orianna, I'm worried about the wave, right? We take out Fizz, get that under control. I don't have an ultimate to throw at them, so I try to get their eyes off of our turret. We've already lost half the health on the turret, but I try to take eyes off of the turret. So I throw snowball, I come out. If I had an ultimate, I could throw the ball and ultimate them, so that backs them off the turret, dodge skill shots, and then I take out the wave. Now their push is done. We lost half the turret. They did a really good job, but we only lost half the turret. We could have lost more. If we fight with the wave behind us, we are taking extra minion damage from their minions, and we gain nothing even if we win the fight. Because after we win the fight, if the minions are behind us, we have to go back, take out the enemy minion wave, and by the time our minions reach the enemy turret, they will have respawned. Minions move at a constant speed. They will not arrive any faster just because we need them to. To crash a wave faster, we must remove the obstacles. Enemy minions, enemy champions. There are a few exceptions, such as Sivir Ultimate, which grants movement speed to allies and allied minions. Orianna Ball, she has a move, or W, that increases teammate movement speed and minion movement speed, and Rise Ultimate, which can teleport minions. For the most part, the best way to get a wave to move faster is to remove the obstacles. If our team cannot control waves, we need to consider buying wave clear items such as Tiamat or Static Shiv. They may not be standard builds for my champion, but without wave clear, we cannot win. We are really struggling in this game to keep the minions off of our turret. We're really on the back foot here. All of us behind our turret. They have good long range engage, and poke is very tough for us. Definitely on the back foot. See where I have the ball here. The ball here is just in case I need to ult the wave. Misfortune ults the wave, so I don't have to. But we are just really struggling to keep the waves cleared. We need to make something happen. It's never good to be stuck behind your turret, and we are here, stuck behind our turret. Misfortune has an ultimate, so we don't have a choice but to give up the turret. We can't clear the waves, and we're all dead. Here I land a snowball, which allows me to get a good ultimate. It's been really tough to get good ultimates. I want you to watch my teammates. I land a good ultimate, which helps us get some kills, and our teammates are cleaning it up right there. But watch Orianna and the ball. First, I speed up my teammate, get her into the fight so she can help clean up. And then the ball goes to the minion wave to help it go faster. I know we don't have very many opportunities. We've barely even gotten to their turret, and they've taken 2 turrets of ours. So we just got a couple kills. This is a perfect time to get structure damage. So I'm trying to move the wave. So I'm moving the wave as fast as possible. As one of the few champions in the game that can manipulate minion move speed, I'm focused on that. And I'm very low, so it's not like I can participate much in the fight anyway. So I move the ball to the front minions in front of my front wave, kills the minions, and move the ball again, get movement speed. Getting structure damage is largely wave dependent. So I make sure that Fizz, why am I making sure that Fizz is dead? Because he can take our next wave. I don't want him getting behind us to take out our next wave. But as soon as he's for sure dead, I move my focus back to the front, where I move the ball and then get the minions movement speed. So after being desperately sitting behind our 2 turrets, we get 2 turrets of our own and inhibitor. That was a great turn. We got 2 turrets and inhibitor after being stuck behind our turret. Watch here, it's 5-on-3. We have to give up this wave. We can't contest it. If we come up and try to contest with the wave, we'll lose the fight, so we just have to give it. Here I land another snowball into another ultimate, trying for the same thing, trying to create pressure. And then where do I go? I go to the minion wave. Just notice where I move the ball. I move the ball to the front of the minion wave, boost the movement speed, and then I move it to the bush to get vision. And then I'm standing in front, so I don't have to throw the ball. I'm just standing in front of the minion wave and speed boosting it. Here I move to get the health, but then I move the ball to the front of the minion wave. Here we did not win the game here, and I honestly thought we weren't going to win the game because they were owning us this game. They had us backed up against our turret the entire first half of the game. So I thought, oh no, we didn't win that. We didn't win right there. We're toast. We're not going to get another chance to get back here. But spoilers, we win the game. This is a clip. We're on the red team. I'm playing Azir. So here we're taking out the enemy inhibitor after a good push. Could retreat. Retreating is not my style, especially when I'm really low health. I don't like retreating. I just like going back to the shop and buying. So my other options besides retreating, and we already have inhibitor, is turn around and try to do some damage to this Blitzcrank. That's not going to happen, because I'll probably only take 1,000 damage against him anyway. Or I could try for somebody else, try to deal damage to somebody else, or take out the wave. I choose the wave. And you'll notice, we fast forward here a little bit, because I took out their wave, this blue team can get no structure damage. They take out the remnants of our team, but they have nothing behind it. Their wave is gone. And since we've been pushing them all the way, they don't know what to do, so they just run at our turret and just beat their heads against our turret. But turrets take significantly reduced damage against champions when they don't have a minion wave. So then our team respawns and we start taking out the wave, and they got nothing. All because I took out the wave instead of choosing to do 1,000 damage to Blitzcrank or Twitch. Everything connects back to this. No wave, no pressure. No pressure, no structure damage. No structure damage, no win. Minions are how we turn winning fights into winning games. So in your next Aram game, watch the waves. Not just the champions. Ask yourself, do we have a wave? Can we push the wave? Can we convert this into damage? Because the teams that control minions are the teams that control the game. Good luck this week on the Murder Bridge.